recession isn't new to forestry. It's not as though it just came in the last few months with the economic downturn. It's been going on for years. We've been raising this issue in the House for years. If the approach of the government was working, we wouldn't have thousands of workers out here on the streets demanding action for their families and for their communities. What we need is some loan guarantees. What we need is a strategy to create markets in the sector. What we need is some fair trade for a change. What we need is to stop raw logs from going across the border and creating jobs down there in the States. When are we going to see some real action from this government?
Right Honourable Prime Minister. Order.
Well, Mr. Speaker, everybody knows that the difficulties in the forestry industry are due to the decline of demand, dramatic decline of demand we've seen in the American market. Yet, Mr. Speaker, when this government brought in the softwood lumber agreement that gave us access to that market and $4.5 billion back from the litigation, the NDP voted against it. When we brought in measures to help workers and communities affected by layoffs in the forestry sector, the NDP voted against those. When we brought in measures to increase financing for EDC and BDC to help the sector, the NDP voted against them. Why doesn't the NDP stand up for workers instead of just being a branch plant of the Liberal Party?
The honourable member for Toronto, Danforth. Order.
Mr. Speaker, we voted against the softwood sellout. That's what we voted I'd ask the Prime Minister whether he's got the courage to go out and give that answer to the workers who are outside. The fact is they've lost their jobs. They've worked trying to build this country for years. He's refused to fix EI. He's not doing anything to protect their pensions. But he's perfectly happy to defend people who run a pension plan that loses $24 billion and give themselves millions of dollars in bonuses. Why won't he stand up for the workers who've lost their jobs instead?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, if the leader of the NDP and his friends in the Liberal Party want to rip up the softwood lumber agreement, stop our access to the American market, and give billions of dollars back to American lawyers, that's their choice, but nobody in the forestry industry wants them to do that, and this government won't do it.